as well. I'll message her.
Yeah.
Actually, yep. Actually, you know, Reg, I'm looking at this, looking at my contacts, and it seems like there's a lot of people that are actually got green lights on that are still up. I can see Nellie's online. Well, you know, sometimes people just leave their own messenger.
Yeah, sure.
They're actually not even there. Let me just put our link in.
Probably all fallen asleep.
Yeah, let me put our link in the chat box. Guys, I'm here with Reg. And I'm just going to put the Zoom link in the chat box. And just feel free to jump on. Steve, I see you there. Steve, jump in with us. Okay. In the comments, I have left my the link to the to this room. So what I want to do is, what is the time now? It's 11:30. And I just want to, hey, Leroy, how's it going? Leroy, by the way, you know, I'm coming to New Zealand on the 14th, Friday the 14th. So we need to get together. Me and Neil are supposed to plan something, but let's make sure that we connect. So 4 times a day, Andrew Twelvetree has opened up a Facebook group for us. And in these 4 particular time slots, right, guys, this is where you can come in to this particular room. It's not this room, right? Carmen's running this particular session, but we couldn't get on live, so we just quickly jumped into my room. So feel free to jump in to the chat. But what we do 4 times a day in Agent Busters is it's a group where you can come together and you can just hang out. And if you want to do some messages to people, you can do it as a group. And so Andrew Twelvetree and Gail run this particular group. And but I wanted you guys to meet Reg, because Reg is a bloody trooper. And Reg, come out and introduce yourself, please.
Hi, everybody.
So, Reg, tell everyone what city you are in.
I'll start, well, from the very beginning. I was born in a county called Cambridgeshire in England 60 years ago, 60 years young. I moved to North Wales when I was 24, but unfortunately, my parents died. I met up with my wife whilst I was in a pub in England. And to cut a long story short, we got married in Barbados in the West Indies, moved to Ireland, and that's where I've been ever since. And obviously I've been looking online for something, what we've got here, never found it. And now I'm retired from my 30-year landscape gardening business, which was blooming hard work, working 12-hour days, 5 or 6 days a week, a bit like Andrew Twelvetree. And
right.
I'm lucky enough to work the hours that suits me and work with the people who I want and with whom I want and when I want.
How cool is that, guys? Reg is 60 years old, and young. Do you know what? Yeah, 60 years young. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Reg, 60 years young, and you know what? He is always on these calls. Every time I jump on, Reg is there, and that's why I wanted to go live so you guys could meet Reg, listen to Reg. He's such a motivator. So yeah.
Hard not to be one in this business.
Yeah, you've got to be. Yeah. So guys, this happens 4 times a day. And if you want to join this group, it's called the Agent Buster, right? Reach out to Gail or in the UK, myself. Carmen, Reg, if you know Reg, and Andrew Twelvetree, if you want to be put in, and City as well, City Hodging, if you want to be put in the group. So it's not normally on my channel. You guys know what my Zoom number is 275-275-1314. It's not normally on this one. It's normally on Andrew Twelvetree's one. But I just wanted you guys to meet Reg, because Reg is a pretty cool guy, right, Reg?
Yeah, some say good old Reg, but others speak the truth. No, I'm only joking.
Yeah. Okay, so is that you, Carmen?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Hooray!
so sorry. I was in the wrong room.
I thought you'd fallen asleep. No chance.
So Carmen, unmute because somehow I can't hear you.
That's all right. I was in the wrong room, and I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm in the wrong room because I was in there by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think I put myself in my own Zoom room.
Right.
Hey, Edgar.
So, is Edgar there too, or has he jumped in the Zoom?
No, he's here, Edgar Jackson.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Hello. I haven't even been on the Zoom. I've been watching the Facebook group.
Yeah, I just jumped on the Zoom. I just woke up and I picked up my phone and you were blown up all over the
Here
place.
we are.
So I'm just like, okay, what's going on?
What's going on? Yeah, so it's the Agent Buster. So we're trying to bring some awareness to the Agent Buster group. And the Agent Buster group means that it basically, honestly, Edgar, it's just like starting from scratch, right? It's like we've all managed to get to the ranks we've got to, but if we want to start from scratch, we want to bring some new people in and, you know, start building all over again. With Andrew Twelvetree's opened this Facebook page for us called Agent Buster, where we have to start all over again. So even though, like, for example, I'm a president, I'm going out and going to start recruiting people, and I'm looking forward to getting my certificate for being an agent, you know. So I want to start from scratch, and I want to build from the ground up another new team. And I think it's really important for us, especially in terms of the company has done all they can to align us with some great partnership companies. We're aligned with Unitex, we're aligned with Global Unit Pay, massive opportunity there. But now it's the burden is on our shoulders now, and we have to go out there and get the community, right? We have to go and get the community. The platforms are there, but if we want, and please take note of this, everyone, if we want our tokens to grow in value, and I'll do another live, Carmen and I have already planned out our liveys for the week. If we want our tokens to grow in value, then we have to do whatever it is required to lift the community up and add some value to it. So this is one of the things we can do by creating some more value to the token is actually bringing people to the community. Because if you can imagine that we have a community of people, right? Let's just say this is a community, and I grab a bowl, okay? I actually grab a bowl and I put it over the top of the community. What happens is I don't let anything into the community, right? I've pretty much put the community in a bubble and blocked anything from coming into that community and letting it grow, right? So what we need to do is we need to remove the bowl off, and we need to make sure that we add people to the community. And that is the only way that our World Crew token can expand and grow in value. Because I can give you all examples of cryptocurrency coins that have sat on the bottom axis, right? Mm-hmm. You've got an XY axis. I can show you hundreds and hundreds of examples of crypto coins that have sat on the axis for 4 years, right? 4 years. You want to wait for 4 years before your tokens go up in value, you know? So, Reg, what have you got to add to that? Richard's
Let's
good.
make it happen. Let's just
Let's
make it
do it.
happen.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Reg, when you came into the room today when I asked you how you were?
Unbelievably unbelievable.
Perfect.
Guys, how cool is he?
And you've been on fire. This guy has been on fire since the agent buses started.
You better believe it.
And you brought people into just through contacting. The other thing the group is for, like the 15 minutes of freedom, is for all of us just to come together, so we're not sitting on our phones on our own trying to contact people. We're doing it together. So if I have success in one area, I can say to you guys, oh wow, I just connected with this person and this is the script I used. So it's really about us just working together, hustling together, which I love.
And another thing that I really liked, Carmen, was when we had a few people on last night, or it might have been the night before. So everyone's messaging their contacts on Facebook or LinkedIn, but when they come across something that they don't know, they're like, oh, Drew, what do I say here?
Yeah.
And the great thing is that Drew's there, Gail's there, Carmen's there, I'm there. There's a whole raft of people there for anyone that's a newbie. And if they're messaging out and they get a question that they don't understand, we're right there. And you can, like, you're on your messenger and you can go, oh, he asked me, what the valuation of the company is. What is it? And then we can quickly give you the answer and boom, and that just gives you some more confidence to carry on, messaging people and reaching out to people that you may not have had if you didn't have this live. It's live support, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Support 101.
Support 101, yeah. So we are over time. So what normally happens is we come into the group and Andrew's here, Tom's here. It could be anybody from the council or some of our ambassadors, USA Council, UK Council, Asia Pacific Council, and you're welcome for the first 2 minutes. And then what happens is everyone is quiet, and then maybe Carmen will play some music, and then everyone starts messaging. If you have some issues or questions that you can't answer, then you ask it, and then someone will answer it for you. And then we just carry on messaging. And it's a great way to come together and not feel like you're alone when you're doing your contacting 4 times a day. 15
Can I
minutes.
ask a question?
Go for it, Rich.
I've got somebody, hopefully you can help me on this. I've got somebody trying to, I'm not interested. She's trying to sell this Forex trading under me. I've already shared with what we've already got here with, but she's just hell bent on just keep sharing this ridiculous Forex trade, and there's a hell of a lot of them went down last year and this year. It's a very risky business, but I might bring her around. I hope so. But what would you say?
Yeah, I mean, Rich, just tell her that you're sold on this and that you've been involved in this for X amount of years.
Yeah.
And it's getting results, and quite some statistics. What was that, Carmen?
We have Tony in the room.
Hey, Tony, how's it going?
Hi guys, how's everyone?
Really good, really good.
Unbelievably unbelievable.
Hey, Tony, what state are you in again?
I'm in Missouri. It's right in the middle of the United States.
Yeah, I'm sure I've asked you that before. Yeah, I just keep.
That's okay. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Missouri.
We're in the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. They won the Super Bowl a couple years ago, and
woo!
That's the NFL football. Of course, the Americans call football. They call soccer. You guys know all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know that.
We're kind of backwards sometimes.
Yeah. So I'm actually looking forward to coming there in August. So me and Rosin, Rosin Volney.
Absolutely. That's exciting. Yeah.
Rosin does a Q&A. And yeah, so we've got some planning. So I've already put it on the books. So I'm going to New Zealand next month, and yeah, in a couple of months come back, do some planning, and then comes you guys. So I'm excited.
Hey, I wanted to ask a question. This is kind of a little different kind of question. There was a partner in one of the chat groups was asking if there was a physical office in the United States, and I don't think there is currently, but I was wondering, has there been any conversation about that with everything coming up?
Yeah, there's been conversations for quite some time, Tony. So there isn't a physical office there, and that doesn't mean that you guys can't be, you know, absolutely incredibly amazing, because you guys have been, especially in the last couple of months, and just like number one, right? Yeah. So definitely those conversations have been had, Tony, and watch the space. We've got great leaders there. And you will know in due time. I can say that we are looking at I do remember, you know, like New York is like the center of, you know, business there. So
Yes.
that would be an ideal place to have an office. So
well, and I think our lawyers have an office in New York. I think our lawyers that help us. But anyway, I want to just say thank you to you and all the leaders. You guys do a fantastic job. It's always good to see Edgar. I see Edgar on some other calls and really like to listen to his chatter sometimes, and or all the time, I should say. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. And thank you for offering up this platform for the partners as well. This is good.
Yeah, no, that's it's our pleasure. It's actually, you know, an initiative by Andrew Twelvetree, and Andrew Twelvetree is just, and has been from the moment I met him, just this amazing, not just a networker, but an amazing friend, confidant. Yeah, I can't praise him enough. He's just been an absolutely amazing person to work with, and you know, he's passionate every step of the way. And you know, agent buster thing, this was his idea, and I supported. I said, let's do it, man. Let's just do it. Let's just get this going. And I just want to make sure that everyone knows that it's available, because it isn't another group. But yes, we've gone live in Asia Pacific because we want to bring some more eyes onto this particular group, and just support him, because from day one, Andrew Twelvetree has supported this company. From
every time I get off his calls, my energy level just goes up when I get off his calls or during his calls. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Well, good stuff.
Thanks so much, Tony. See, do you want to unmute and add some about anything that you want to say?
Drop some golden nuggets in here, sister.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sorry, guys. I think, how late are we?
We're late. We're heading close to midnight.
Oh, wow.
It's fine. Go ahead.
Hi, Tony. Hi, Edgar. And hi, Oma, especially also to our ambassador president, Rita, and lovely Carmen, you know, our Asia Pacific representative here with us, and our partner Tavanga. It's so amazing to be here with you guys, just sharing some, you know, some light on what I honestly say that this is a blessing this company is, and what I'm doing. Just before I got into this call, because we were at the Gold Coast tonight, and continue learning, doesn't matter. We do our own team training, but we also plug into our, you know, other training as well to support our president and our top leaders. So when I got home, I honestly look through my structure. All right, so I look through my structure, and I look at my personals, and I said, okay.
Sorry, Sissy, carry on. Tony was just leaving.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say at the moment, you know, is to get these partners quickly, because we've signed up some partners, new people that have come into our company. We've invited them, so we share this information with them, and we share the value of what this amazing educational you know, platform, that we can become co-owners of this unique program that EVORICH ecosystem provide for all. So what I was doing tonight, coming home, all right, so I've had some dinner, and then I have a look at my structure, and I have a look at all the prisoners, all these people that I've signed in last week, as well as those partners who has been, you know, on like remain as partners. What I want to do now is to get them to the next level, is helping them out. So, and I look, I say, wow, you know, when I look into the structure, there's also people that is, they only need you know, just a couple of $100 or 100 units, and then they become the next you know, move up to the agent. So there's about 3 people that will become agent, and my goal is this week is to quickly get them to agent this week.
Beautiful.
And honestly, like that's how we push through to drive, because it's not about us, it's to help them realize not only that they move to the next level, and to help them out until they become, you know, the next core rank, which is consultant, and the opportunity to access to the amazing bonuses. There's so much money in this company. It's just that people will need to support it and need to continue to invite into the world. A lot of people say, I don't know how to make money. There's no money. There is people like you guys, you know, we're all sitting on a gold mine. There it is. You need to go find it. We need to go dig it up. And by saying that, we need to do some work. You know, it doesn't just come to us. We have to go look for it and find it. But, you know, so that is just some ideas that I have. And also, you know, we do have team trainings as well. And we have a different style of learning each time, because, you know, we need to come up with something different. You know, instead of just pushing through the education, but what can we do different to make the partners, you know, realize, all right, okay, we have the 8 rules and the 5 commandments, because it's exciting, to be honest. Like, you know, when we say, okay, today we are going to learn about the 8 rules and 5 commandments, and then we go to each partner, they give a feedback on their week, because most partners don't really know how to share. But if we get to acknowledge, you know, that they're included as well, and they feel belong, it's very important, because it's because if they cannot come onto social media and talk to us, but this in your own team itself, they feel, if we have to open that platform and doorway for them to be able to connect and feel confident. And by saying that, that's helping them with their self-development, just by saying 2 lines, 3 lines, and it's really helping them. I play music, because my group is the Pacific Island people, and I know what they like. They love some groovy music, and you know, get them excited. And not only that, and then, because we also have rules in our team, like they open there, they need to, if you're here in learning, they need to focus, they need to have a pen, paper, or whatever it is, they need to be writing something. And if they don't write something and say, what are you here for then? You know, if you're here for learning, if you're here for that, you all must be writing something. We also play, honestly, like with compensation plan, I will say to my team, okay, people in New Zealand, you will need to convert, you know, the currency in your currency. So if you're paid bonuses, you need to tell us what is that, you know, you will receive in your own dollars, especially also people in Australia or wherever in the world they're living. And that is, it's like a game. It's so much fun. It's so much fun, because people say, oh my gosh, you know, it's kind of like reminding us about when we were at school. We have to, and some of them said, oh, I forgot my 2 times table, 3 times table, 4 times table. But with this, it's really like taking them back to the beginning, learning the basics. And this is exactly what we're doing. It's the education. We need to take them back to the basics, learn the basic principle of financial investment literacy. So honestly, we have different style of, how we present to our partners and get the momentum going. And we have to come up with different style of learning because a lot of people are not at different levels. So we need to cater for each need. And it's fun. I want to make it more fun for them and excited for them. And that really, like, we need to look at those different ways. So that's how we do ours with our team, and then give them an assignment to come up with the next following training. And they get excited, like, man, see, it's on training today, or Tabanga's on training today. We must do this, we must do that. I mean, and have them come up with, what do you know about financial plan? Because some people, they've converted their CIU to WCA, and then they say, oh, I forgot because I forgot I need to have my plan. So this is where all these partners, they've forgotten, but we reminded them, and then they said, oh, see, I said, no, it's not about me. It's what you choose to do, and you should always go back to the basics. Remember, so for those of you who are listening and you haven't not yet put your CIU to WCU now, you need to have your 8 rules in front of you and your 5 commandments in front of you, and then look at it and say, oh, I must do my financial plan before you convert. Because if you bring back and say, oh, see, yes, I did, it reminds me, I was looking at my 8 rules and all that. It's so exciting, to be honest, like more and more. And even the elders in our group, if you ask them what the different tokens represent, they will tell us, and some of them are 70, almost 80 years old, and so much respect for them. If I have to give them an award of perfect attendance, I will make a certificate and reward them for perfect attendance. Where all the young ones are complaining about too much learning, when all our elders are having so much fun, it's helping them with their health as well. Yes. They said, yes, this is really good. It's really helping us, because, a lot of people are saying this is why they're suffering from, they get forgetful. But this is like, oh, wow, so that is my 1 cent. Your contribution. I hope I'm not taking much time.
No, thank you so much, Sii. I just love it when you speak, and just always so uplifting, and you always bring a nice fresh perspective. And you were talking about the age, the barrier in that, and this is an absolutely gorgeous, wonderful woman, and her name is Rita. Okay, it's not me. Okay, it's not me. And her name is Rita, and she is 84 years old. And I swear to God, guys, she puts us all to shame. She was at the Gold Coast tonight, and she's quite a regular. If I'm doing a presentation there, her and her husband always come and join in. They've been to Belarus, the whole shebangs, but she has got so much energy, and nothing is going to stop her from doing what she does. And one day I'll do a livey and I'll have her, because she always calls me her namesake. But she is just wonderful, and so age definitely not a barrier. See, thank you so much for that. I know I can see the superstar in the background, Rosalind Volney. I'll put you on hold for a second, Rosalind, because guess what? Andrew 12tree is in the house. Woo! Andrew, unmute. And sorry, we went out of that room because we wanted to go live on Facebook and give your Agent Buster group some more
Higher.
you
We
know,
want to bring energy
yeah,
into
we
it
want
because
more
everyone's so
energy.
excited. So we want everyone to know where they're going and what you started here, Andrew. So let us know.
So it's all about you, Drew. It's all about you. So take it away.
Oh, you're on
Now,
mute.
how come I can't hear you? I can't hear you.
Oh, he's not on mute, but it's muted.
Yeah, for some reason. Oh my gosh,
Let me know when you can hear me.
Oh, we hear something.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Yay.
I've got a little microphone that it turned. I've got to turn it on. Otherwise, it's a computer one.
That'll do.
It's
That'll
not about
do.
me. It's about everyone. The new economic evolution of the world. What I'm doing is setting up a system that we can all tap into, and if we all embrace the system and run at it together, we are going to form such a culture of action and growth that this thing is going to explode. Right now, I explained to our guys, our business goes in peaks and troughs. We know this, right? When it launched on the 30th of March 2019, it went wham like that. Remember the turnover? It turned over, like sold out in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it went down. And then stage 2 opened a day later and then wham again. All right. And then it came down for about 25 days. And then coming up to the stage 3, all the left packages sold out, and then they bought all the big ones. So another peak on the next stage, and then the next stage, and then the next stage, right? Every month it was just going ballistic. In amongst the month, there were people joining all the time, right? But then they'd all purchase right at the end. Now, here's the thing. It's done this all the way along. It's like an upward trend, okay? We've just had a massive spike in our business because you look what we've just opened, right? The exchange, the blockchain, and the payment gateway, all within a month or so, right?
Right.
Now, if that's not setting up the chessboard for a win, nothing is, right? You know the game of chess, even if you've only heard it and never played it much, in the start of the game, you get all your pieces in the right spots, strategic positions, so that when you attack, there's no escaping it. You win, okay? This is what we've done. We've got the payment system, and we had some amazing news about that last night, the ambassadors meeting. All right, look at Rita's smile. You can just tell. Okay, we've got the exchange. Yes, it's a little bit raw, but it is getting better by the moment. All right, there were a few bugs, and they're getting ironed out. Look over that. We're not every day. It's getting better. Okay, and what have we done? The payment gateway, the exchange, and the blockchain. Oh my God, people are going to want to come on our blockchain because it's fast and effective, right?
Drew,
now everyone's
Drew, that payment gateway. Tell them about how we saw yesterday on the ambassador call the new landing page. Was it the landing page or how it was?
the website, the Global Unit Pay website. Yeah, look, look, was it Anastasia? And 2 others went to like an expo, and they were talking to some gaming people, and they said, look, this is what we've got. And they go, we've got everything but a token. And say, well, we've got the token and we've got the blockchain, and marry up. Look, that's what's going to happen as we go through. See, they could grab our UNTB token and utilize it for the game. So if you want to buy, a special sword in the game, you need 3 UNTB. They go on our thing, they buy it. All right. And you know how addictive games are these days. All you see is people walking around into walls and stuff with their phones out playing games.
I live with a whole family of gamers. They're all
I've got a game. I've got gamers.
I've got like 6 gamers in this house.
That's a $1 trillion industry right there. And once you get 1 or 2 gamers, the word will get out that you can just there's a plug and play token that you can attach to your game. Hello. All right. Now we heard all this last night. The payment gateway, it's been a bit buggy, right, with using your credit card, and they've worked out a testing system in the back office that was starting to accept most of the cards. All right. And yesterday they uploaded it. So now the cards that probably didn't work a week ago are now working. Now, again, if we have a credit card that doesn't go through, we want to know who, when, how much it was. and they're going to ring the bank and get us pre-approved in the future. So this is going to be as epic as bloody, PayPal and Payzer and all the other payment gateways, but we've probably got more functionality in the back, because PayPal doesn't have credit cards. We've got credit cards. They've got the new metal ones. They said they've got the new metal ones now, so they're going to launch very soon as well. So giddy up, right?
Absolutely.
Now, that is exciting news. All right, I might have undersold it a little bit, but you can tell I'm a bit excited, and Rita is too, about what's happening. But we've just come off a massive peak with all of this launching, and it's like, and we're down here, all right, in a big trough. But we've got everything in place, all the bugs now. Everyone's stuck in getting shit set up. Right, sorry to be so the set up word, that's S word, set, okay? I'll say that out loud. I cracked everyone up on the meeting this morning, didn't I?
Yes.
When you poke things. So we're in that, everyone's caught in information overload and getting set up and exchanging their crew for World Crew and all that. But once you get the paperwork done, if you know what I mean, all the technical stuff, once that's done, right, and you're used to it, this is what's going to happen. In about 3 months' time or thereabouts, just under maybe, we're going to have our tokens listed on CoinMarketCap. Now, if you know what CoinMarketCap is, it's a information site where you can check all the top cryptocurrencies. In fact, all of the cryptocurrencies, their current price, their trading price, the market capitalization, and all the information about it. All right, we're going to hit that, and I reckon we'll be on page 1 somewhere in the top 50. All right, probably pushing up a bit higher in that top 50 because of what we're capitalized at. Now, when that happens, we're going to have a quadrillion YouTubers who are cryptocurrency gurus goes, what's that? Where did that come from? All right. And we're going to have mass exposure. They're all going to start doing videos on it and trying to work out where you get these things. And where do they get them from? Us. Okay. Now, if they go searching or they know someone, they talk to them and they're in your team, what happens? Your team explodes, doesn't it? So do you want to have a growing team when we get to that, or do you just want to be starting out by yourself? I don't know about you. I know what I want. I want to have a bucket load of people out there, so when that hits, it just turns into a flood, and you turn a team of, I know, well, we could throw numbers around, but if you've got a team of, say, a 500, it could blow out to 5,000 in a heartbeat. And you'd be going, 5,000 team, I could never imagine that. Now, I can guarantee you that. Rita and I could never imagine a team that size either.
No, never.
I couldn't imagine a team of 500.
I couldn't
right? And now we're in the...
Exactly. Drew, I remember putting on a Facebook post that I had just reached, I'm trying to figure it out, that I think I had just reached maybe 1,000 people, and it actually took me 2 years, maybe 2 years. Anyway, Ardaman's been my very supportive upline, love the guy to pieces. He ends up making a comment and saying, next stop 10,000. And I swear to God, I was thinking, is this guy freaking crazy? Is he crazy? It just took me 2 years, traipsing around the whole world to get to 1,000. And this guy just goes and messages, next stop 10,000 people. Is he nuts?
So how long did it take you? Because you're way under past 10,000 now.
No, not even a year. Not even a year. Then when I reached the 10,000, I made a Facebook post and I apologized and I groveled for his, for him to accept my apology, because only when you're there do you realize, because he already experienced the growth, could he actually make that comment, because he'd been there, done that. And it was nothing, it was like just a walk in the park to him. But to me, it was like, what?
It's like the 4-minute mile, isn't it, Rita?
Yeah,
Roger Bannister, no one could run the 4-minute mile. It couldn't be done. Not humanly possible until Roger Bannister did it. And then straight after, boom, 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 heaps of people did it.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And it's all up here, the limitations we set on ourselves. And I was the same. I think I posted a 1111. I was actually got a screenshot of the 1111, which is, God's number and all that. And the same. And look, when it gets to 1,000, doesn't it just take off? It takes on a life of
bloody snowball. Honestly,
Yep.
it is like a snowball, and it just.
In fact, when you get to 100, it really takes off, right? Because when you start, it's like push starting a train. Okay, you've got to give it a big effort to get the thing rolling. Okay, now that's what the Agent Buster Group's all about. We want to help you get the thing moving so that you get over the line and get the wheels turning. That's getting to agent, all right? And you want to keep pushing while it's rolling to speed it up, right? And that's when you go a little bit wider and get to consultant. And we want you to go 5, if not 6 or 7 wide, so you've got options and width for profitability. So once you get it to consultant, it's rolling. Now, what you have to do is you have to keep pushing it, but you don't have to go as hard, and you can spend time helping others people push theirs, right? But what happens when you get to 20? All right, all of a sudden, if you're teaching the duplication strategies that the Agent Buster is all about teaching, okay, you'll start to get 1 or 2 people join without you that you're not involved in. Because normally when you start out, you're helping them, you're doing the 3-way calls, you're helping them sign up, you're helping them fund, you're doing all of it, and you're trying to teach them on the way through. All of a sudden, 1 or 2 people start popping up in your team, and you go, ooh, look at that, all right? And then you keep driving, keep them pushing, you push as well. And another one, next day you might get another one, and then the day after you get 3 that pop in that you weren't involved in, right? The duplication's starting to kick in, and you're going, ooh, all of a sudden your 20 teams turned into 30, and you've only added 1 person, right? And then you get to 30, and then the next day you get 5, and you're like, oh, come on, right? And then you get 6 the next day, and it starts really snowballing, as Rita said, and it's so exciting. Because I know Rita's experienced this, and I have. When we were in that promotion a while back, when everyone was running hard, it was exciting because everyone just saw the vision and was just going 100 miles an hour. Yeah. We had, in my team, we had at least 30 agents a day breaking and 10 consultants a day through that period. It was insane, right? But that's when it started to get 20, 30, 40, 50. I was getting 100 a day, joined my team at one point there. And that is like, that's 3,000 a month joining your team.
Rosalind Volney, unmute if you can.
Where's Rosalind?
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah.
This girl right here.
Hi, Andrew. How have you been?
She can attest to all of that 2x2, right?
Yes.
It was crazy.
Tell us about it, Rosalind.
Has she got a camera or not?
I can't. I can't.
Is it morning there?
Yeah, I'm actually at work. I'm supposed to be in a class.
Okay.
So I'm still on the plantation. Not for long.
Oh, don't say that. That's wrong. Yeah, anyway, still on the plantation. Good work. Anyway.
I think I picked up a little bit of what you were saying about how it starts off really small and you don't even think you can imagine getting to a larger amount of people. I mean, I was at that point where I was gonna be so happy if I could have 100 people. That was gonna be amazing for me. And then when it seemed like it was going to go to 300, I'm like, oh, I am the queen. This is awesome. And then people were telling me, oh, you're going to get to 500 soon. I'm like, nah, I don't know about that. But, I'll be happy if that happens. Oh, my God, almost 10,000 later. And I'm going, I never imagined this is possible. So for me, cool? That's small for a lot of people. But for me, that's massive.
And Rosalind, you did, so if you're still working at the moment, you did that part-time?
Part-time. Yes, I know this.
Holy cow.
What it is now, if I could have done it full-time.
Freaking amazing. This
Wow.
girl right here, she
Brenda's
is
the
my
same.
right
She's still
hand.
working.
Yeah.
Brenda's the same. She's still working, and she's slaughtered a business out there. She is assimilating Florida and the islands.
Yeah, she has more control over her time, I think, than I can. She can go in and
Oh,
out
I
of
don't
work.
know.
I
Oh,
don't
she's a
have that. I have
superwoman.
full time.
Well,
Brenda's,
yeah,
I can't know how she does it. She's just a superwoman.
She's
Yeah,
a superwoman.
we
Yeah.
love Brenda so much.
She has a
We just-
super team
yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, gangbusters. She's got some real dependents. Like that,
Yes.
you know, if Brenda wasn't there, they don't know what they'd do. But yeah, she's got a superstar team there. But
she's
that's
got some really good powerhouse independents that
yep.
are powerful with helping their teams and really making them. They're dependent on those key people, and it's
Yep.
wonderful. And Brenda is there. She's a great leader. It's awesome.
Isn't it amazing, guys?
Yeah.
Imagine
She is.
this. I was just in the you know my story. I was in that construction yard, right? And during those 13 days, you've all heard the story, right? I found Gail Potkin, Alex Girl,
Oh, yeah.
and Alicia McMath, right? 3 separate legs. I didn't know Brenda. Alicia sponsored Brenda, and Brenda's come in and smacked out a nice, easy, lazy. She's probably about 9,000 at the moment, team. So who wants to get someone to join your team that you don't know and just slap in 9,000 people in a couple of years? Be handy,
That's
wouldn't
a
it?
good idea. I have
Now,
Dr. Midway.
did I know Alicia? I knew
I did
Alicia
not know Dr.
from
Mimi before.
Yeah. See, Brenda. Oh wow, that's a huge leg too.
Oh, hell yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Dr. Mireille, we need a whole nother webinar just to talk about Dr. Mireille. That one
She's
there.
a character, isn't she?
Powerhouse. 40
Her.
years experience, 7 freaking languages. Just that woman is woo.
Gangbusters. So
Yeah.
here's the thing. You don't know who's going to lead to who.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
But that when you get that starting to happen in your business, just keep driving. All right. Because if you can get 3, 4, 5 legs like that, it's done. It's just a matter of time before you're $1 million earner. All right.
Yeah.
Because look, this is just getting started. Do you think that, we've all got good decent sized teams at the moment, and we're all pushing right now because you're on the call, right? Those who are engaging now and get in before the wave of the masses coming through, like I say in my meetings, we are the innovators. The early adopters are just joining now and in the next 3 months, right? The masses are going to hit when we hit coin market cap. So if we hit the ground running and our team is going like this when that hits, it's just going to be insane, the growth that you're going to get. You're going to go, I had 1,000 people join my team last night. I cannot believe it.
Crazy.
Right? It's going to be like that, all right? And if you push, if you not push sounds very like aggressive, doesn't it? If you engage or you just ride with the vision. I don't know how the way you say it, but chase your dreams or whatever you want to say. Those who engage now and really embrace the system and the vision of where we're going will have that sort of growth. And wouldn't it be great if you've got what sort of team sizes we got here? I know Rita and I are around, pushing 15, 20, 25, somewhere in there. I don't know what you are, Rita, but
yeah, never mind me.
But let's talk about some of you guys. Where are you at?
Lavalier, can you unmute? Because this is exactly what Drew wants to know, and he wants to get in touch with the people that are out there in the network. So if you can unmute, we can have a little bit. Thank you, girl.
Yeah. We're gonna game plan with you, aren't we?
Yeah. How are you?
So where are you at? And well, tell us a bit about yourself first.
Tell us about you.
Yeah, how am I? I've just finished a night shift, so a bit tired. But I just saw checking who's awake and to jump on. So yeah, so I jumped on. So
awesome.
I am just a year in the business and loving it, the journey so far, and just being a student and taking in whatever I can, information that I can from our leaders. At the moment, I'm sitting at I think 60.
Team 60, yep.
Yeah, team 60. And
so you'd
yes,
be
I
a
would love to have
consultant or
100.
manager? Consultant
Yeah, that's
or
the
manager?
goal. My goal is after the GoPro last year, my goal is to go, next rank by the end of this year.
What rank are you now? A consultant?
I'm consultant, so I'm gonna go manager. Yeah, to go manager. So yes, back to basic. Back to basic. Sometimes I said it's too much training. You gotta get some action going. So yeah, just keep sharing, and if can't find anyone that's want to listen, I'll set this thing in my head next. I keep on sharing. But yeah, but I just want to
It's a
thank you all
numbers
for
game, right? But it's not all numbers. You can learn some skills along the way, and the more the better you get, the higher your conversion rate, right?
Absolutely.
But early on, I mean, this is what we want to do, is to teach you some basics and to use the third-party tools, all right? So you can imagine that if I wanted to, I could explain the business, having done 1 or 2 presentations a day for God knows how long, all right? I could do it. But when I get a prospect, how do you think I share the business with them? I go, couldn't even try and explain it. I've got a 10-minute video, and I send them Hawks' EVORICH video. That's how I do it. You know why? Because it duplicates. Because if I have to explain it, they will think they have to explain it. But if I just say, I don't know how to explain it, watch this video, anyone could do that.
That's right. Yeah. Right? I sent them Andrew Hawks' video.
The 10-minute one? Yep.
Yeah, the 20 minutes one. But I always tell them, look, it can take, at least 20 minutes for that quick video. And and I also ask them, like, if like you said, you're interested, but I won't send something to you unless you tell me that you're going to watch this clip that I'm going to send to you. Right. And then they say, yeah, I'll watch it. Okay, well, then I'll get back to you. So I said to you, well, can I get back to you tomorrow, say this time, to see what stands out for you? So yeah, it works. So I got one person, well, 2 people. 2 people.
Awesome. You know the best way to share a video with people?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You know the best way, absolute best way, all right, is you jump on a Zoom, you say hello, meet in person, right, have a little quick chat for a couple of minutes and say, look, I know we're both flat out, I've got to run, but let's whack this video, and you watch it together with them. So at the end, they can't get away, and you can see if they're watching it. Right, and at the end you go, wow, wasn't that amazing? What did you like best? And then you go, I give them the multiple choice. Is it the upfront earnings from the compensation or the long-term wealth creation? Because you give them a multiple choice, they'll pick one. Yeah. All right, because they've got so much running through their head that if you say, what do they like? They'll go, and then their head will explode because there's so much information, right? But if you give them a multiple choice, they'll pick, I love long-term wealth creation. Fantastic. Let's get you registered so you can start earning some of that.
I'll take
that. And then if they say upfront earnings, you go, fantastic. Let's get you registered. Did that sound the same? All right.
And you know
that's
what?
it.
None of it is trickery, guys. None of it is trickery because they've decided that that's what they want. You've given them the option, and that is what they chose. I want you guys to meet this just absolutely incredible, amazing woman, Charisse from Trinidad and Tobago. Charisse, can you unmute? And there's some great people jumping on. We got Josephine Cherry jumping on from just if my memory serves me right. Josephine, you're from Brooklyn. We got Millicent in the house. I can see she's jumped on. Millicent is from New Jersey. Rosemary, I think, is from Pennsylvania. We've got some great people jumping on board. Charisse,
welcome,
unmute
welcome.
and give us your story.
Hi, everyone. My name is Charisse from Trinidad and Tobago. I'm always a bubbly type person. So if you hear me speaking, it's because that's how I normally am. So I would have joined the company since in February 2019. And so I was one of the persons who was in all the excitement of the when the crew had just came on, the education packages had just came on, and I was there looking at the packages disappearing, you know. I would not have known anything about cryptocurrency. I'm going to tell you honestly, I would not have known anything about cryptocurrency. You know, I wasn't taught that in school. I didn't know much about Bitcoin and all of that. And I saw these packages going really quickly. And I said, you know what, let me just buy one just in case, because I really did not know anything about this thing. So I just bought one just in case it might have some sort of good in the later half. And I said, if anything, I would learn about it. But my goodness gracious, I am so glad that I made that decision on that day to buy that package on March 30th, 2019. And from since then, it has just been a really, you know, eye-opening experience with this company. I am actually here more often than anything else, any other business or project that I'm in. This is what I live for every day. Every day I'm on the Telegram chats, reading, you know, wanting to know more. I would love to get to that 10,000 number. I'm only 100 and something in my structure, but I would love to get to that 1,000 and 10,000. But the thing is, you know, as we all have a challenge worldwide, I guess, where persons are thinking that it's a scam and, you know, persons are too convinced about the whole thing. I guess we all have that challenge. But I would love to reach those numbers, Rita and Roslyn and Andrew. I would love, absolutely love to reach those numbers.
You
know,
will.
I mean,
You'll get there, girl. You will get there. You will. But it is this natural progression. Oh my God! Like this is.
Look who's joined us.
Oh, this Brenda's in the house. Oh my gosh! I'm blown away because the people that are joining us right now. Charisse, thank you so much, and thank you for holding the fort down there in Trinidad.
Are your ears burning, Brenda?
Yeah, I swear to God, I will be there very, very soon. I promise before the end of the year, I will be there, and you and I will be together.
You told me that in India, so I'm waiting.
Yeah, I'll be there. Brenda, you need to unmute right now because we've been talking about you, and I'm so glad that you've joined us tonight. Brenda, let's do this. Let's unmute. Drew. How cool is this?
I just put a message in the group. I said, "Oh, come and join me and Rita and friends. We're having an awesome call."
You know, Brenda, and I actually went to with Andrew Hawks, and we did a presentation in Florida. Of course, we went there for Andrew Twelvetree's team, and Brenda was a massive leader in that regard, and she took us around the place. We had the most wonderful time. Actually, Brenda took us to this restaurant, and we had the first experience of collard greens. And I remember Andrew Hawks and I ended up singing. There was this music playing in the background in this particular restaurant, and it was Sweet Child of Mine. Rock song, right? And him and I were just belting out this rock song, and we were just having the most amazing, incredible time. And these two ladies took us around. So Brenda, I'm yourself because I can
Star-studded.
Oh my gosh!
Talk about leaders jumping on the call.
Guys, you guys are just blown me away. Alex just jumped on. Oh my God.
Hey, Alex. How's your holiday going?
Alex, awesome. You go because Brenda seems to be busy, but go.
What? Go what? What? Don't throw me in the deep end. What?
Well, swim.
Just tell us about your awesome self, sister.
My awesome self. Oh my God, I don't know where to start. I'm just so good.
And that's why you're a leader.
Bring it on.
No, I reckon. I mean, guys, are you ready? Have you got your tissues? Do you want Alex to tell her story? This will get you going.
Yes.
Yeah.
You up for it, Alex?
Absolutely.
Let's go, Alex. Let's do this.
Okay, so I've worked with Andrew on a few things in the past, and Andrew knew I needed something. I had been homeless in the past, and I was working online with him on other things, and he found EVORICH, and he knew I was going through some stuff. I actually had just lost my partner and my child to brain cancer. My partner had passed away 6 months before my son from heart failure in his sleep, and my son was diagnosed and rushed to hospital about 6 weeks after my partner died. And I wasn't looking for anything. I didn't want to do anything. I was completely shattered. And Andrew came to me one day and he says, "Look, I've got something you have to take a look at. I know you're going through some stuff, but you really have to take a look at it." And I'm like, yeah, whatever, just whatever. And he kept coming back. And in the end, I just said, "How much money do I have to throw at you to shut you up?" And he goes, "How much Bitcoin have you got?" I go, "Oh," I lied, and I told him I only had $250, which I had more, but I wasn't going to give him any more. I just wanted to shut him up. Anyway, so that was in February of 2018. And on about the 15th or 16th of March, I was still in a really bad place. And I had all my ex's belongings at my house because he was homeless when he died. And so he was sick, and he had warfarin, which is a blood thinner. He had Lipitor, which was a blood pressure medication, and he had Diabex, which is a diabetic medication. I think all up he had about 700 pills, and I probably took about 400. And I laid down with my son's radiation costume, which was Batman, and I waited to die. And I was starting to feel really, really sick and sleepy and just wanting to throw up. And I had put Andrew on mute because he was so annoying in a good way. I mean that in a good way. Yeah. He was good at follow up. I will give him that. And so he showed me a video. That was the transport back then. And I fell in love with the whole concept. I hadn't even looked at it. I didn't know what I'd given him the money for. I had no clue. And so I marched myself to the hospital on foot. Yeah, I lived in Carlton in the city of Melbourne, so the hospital was about 1,000 meters down the road. And I marched myself in there, and I told them what I'd done, and told them that I had to get my stomach pumped because I was trying to kill myself to be with my child. And I got my stomach pumped, and I didn't tell my kids. To this day, one of them probably knows, but the others don't. And I got home, and I got on the phone to Andrew, and I said, "Let's go." And I went manager in 13 days organically, and I haven't stopped. It's been an awesome ride. Yeah. And we have something really, truly special with what we have here. So bring it on, guys. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Look, and Alex has just run that through all the way up to vice president, by the way, guys. So big, strong team, and a great leader in Melbourne, I'll tell you. God, everyone's jumping in.
Everyone's jumping on, Drew.
I know, because I just popped it in the room and with a screenshot.
I think Brenda is audio.
Brenda's
now.
back.
Brenda,
God, Matthew's in the house too. Hey, Matt.
Brenda.
Hi.
Thank
Hi,
you,
Brenda.
Hi. Is this a powwow chat?
Just a
it's
general.
A revival.
This is the 15 minutes for freedom on steroids. We just kept going.
Oh, okay.
It's been going for an hour and a half now. Yeah, Team No Sleep. Whoever said that, I saw that run through. Who was that? See, Brenda, tell us. are we cool just to keep telling stories? Because while you got your tissues out, okay, let Brenda have her go.
Yes, please.
Have you got your camera,
Okay.
Brenda, or are you in morning still? Like morning time?
I do, but I just look terrible. I
That's all
just dropped
right.
my son
You
to
don't look
school.
terrible. You look fantastic. I love this pink.
She always looks amazing.
Yeah.
Love you.
How could she not?
Let's go,
Yeah,
Brenda.
okay, so when I got involved with our company at the time, it was Skyway, and I was at a very low point in my life also, really, really low. I had just lost I had a 6-bedroom home, a very nice house. I lost my home, my car, and I had almost lost my life. So one morning I woke up with just this horrible headache, and I don't know what to do because it was really bad. And I told my son, and he said, "Well, call the ambulance." And I'm like, "Who calls an ambulance for a headache, right?" So he said, "Mom, if you seen your face that day, you would have to call the ambulance." So anyway, we called. I got to the hospital, and I'm gonna make the story short. Because it's very long. But anyway, they did a CAT scan on me, and they found out I had a massive bleed in my brain. And everybody panicked, and they couldn't take care of me at the hospital that I was. So they had to send me to a trauma hospital. And when I got there, basically the doctor told me I will be in ICU minimum days, 21 days, if not longer. And I'm looking at him like, what is he talking about? I just have a headache, you know? And it's like, yeah, you know, you have to have brain surgery. You're going to be here for a while. And I'm like, no, my kids, I have lots of stuff to do with my kids. At that time, my youngest had 5 eye surgeries. He had to do speech therapy, occupational therapy. And my schedule was so full that there's no way I can be away from them for minimum 21 days. And so they were like, well, right now, like I heard a nurse said she's already on her way out. So they had to rush me to the operating room. And before I got there, they asked me, would you like to speak to a priest? And I'm really thinking these people are really, really crazy, because why are they asking me if I want to speak to a priest? And I said, no. And they said, well, would you like to speak to a nun? I said, no. So they took me into the OR, and the anesthesiologist, while she's putting me to sleep, she's singing "The Lord is my shepherd." And I'm really thinking, maybe I'm going to die. And the priest came in anyway. I remember him looking over me, and then I was out. And when I woke up after surgery, I went into the ICU. I was there after 3 days. I coded. They did a code blue on me, and came back around. Had 3 other surgeries, and I was not allowed to see my children at all because I was in the unit, very critical care, so no kids were allowed. And it was just horrible, right? So anyway, after I got home and everything, I ended up losing my home because I couldn't do anything. Went into from a 6-bedroom to a 2-bedroom with my 4 children, and very depressed, didn't know what to do. And you know, I was always doing other programs, but the thing is with those other ones is they were always here today and gone tomorrow, right? And then my friend Alicia had called me and said, hey, we found something. And you know, I said, what is it? And she told me, but a few months before, someone else had told me about it. But the problem was the whole site was in Russian, and I couldn't understand anything on that site, so I left it alone. No videos, nothing. And then when she told me, I said, well, does your person speak English? And she said, yes. And so she put Andrew on the phone. And Andrew says to me, he explained the program. I was so excited because I always knew it was a good company. I just couldn't understand anything. And so he says to me, well, why don't you take out a package for $1,000? I'm like, listen, I can't even pay my phone bill, my light bill, nothing. For me to make a commitment for $1,000, there's no way. He said, okay, well, they have installment payments. You can do $100, and even that I don't have because I lost everything. Matter of fact, I was so excited about the company. I had $90 to pay my light bill, and he told me I can do installment plans. And he said, Brenda, listen, you just pay the $100. Don't worry about it. Talk to some of your friends about the company. And since then, I did that. I never looked back, and I really only came in with $100. And the year after that, the CRU came about, and oh my God, that has totally, when I tell you, I physically felt a heavy load lifted off my chest, my shoulders. I'm telling you, up to today, it's like I got freedom. I got hope again. And since then, I've been going through other things. You know, I was just in the hospital again, and yesterday they just called my dad non-responsive. He's in the hospital. His kidneys are failing very quickly. But with all of that, with this company, I can say it has given me a lot of space to breathe, because things that I couldn't do before, I have the money now to help my dad, to help, you know, my sister. So this company is great. It is the only company that's been around for so long, and I know it's going to be around, because look what we're doing. You know, we're helping so many people, and I am so excited to be part of a business where we have the opportunity to be there before it even goes public. This is an awesome opportunity for anybody, right? To have the ability, because the average people like us, we don't get that opportunity. We usually hear about it. Somebody's making a lot of noise. We usually
can
hear
someone
about
mute
it.
Nesbitt?
Yeah, Nesbitt, can you mute, please?
Sure will. Thank you.
Thanks.
Sorry to break that. Brenda, I didn't want to.
Sorry, Brenda, go ahead.
She's muted herself. I don't know if she realises.
Oh,
All right, who's got the tissues?
I know.
I
think I've got the tissues.
Rita blacked their screen out because she's bawling in the background there.
Thank you. But I was saying, with this company, we usually, you know, average people, I mean, I'm not saying everybody on the call is average, but people like us usually don't get the opportunity to be involved in a company before they go public. Usually we find out after it's gone public. And then at that time, it's so expensive, the average person cannot afford to get involved. And with this company, you can come in for free, you know, and build it. You can come in for $10 and get 25 CRUs. I mean, just imagine if we had 25 Bitcoins today, how wealthy we will be, right? So it's an opportunity for anybody. I don't think anybody has an excuse, right? No one should have an excuse to do this business. So thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank you so much, Brenda.
Thank you for sharing. And guys, everyone put out some good vibes for Brenda's dad. He needs them. He's in hospital at the moment, and sounds he doesn't look too well, because Brenda sent me a photo last night, and we want to put some really good vibes and prayers out there for him.
Sending lots of love and healing, Brenda.
Thank you.
Love you, Brenda.
Told you, the white flag's out.
Just before Brenda got on,
and I really love this family, though. I really do. I really love the family that we have here.
Brenda, we
and
love
there was
you
so much support from you guys, and Andrew, and every day they were checking on me when I was in the hospital. I never felt so special. So I wanted to say thank you again.
No, well, you are so special. You are just an incredible, amazing woman, Brenda. And we all love you so
Superwoman
much.
Brenda. Number of times she messages me at 3 in the afternoon, right, When I look at the clock at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, what time's that in Florida? That's like 3 a.m. in the morning.
Crazy.
She is an
It's
absolute
crazy hour.
superwoman.
It's definitely
So-
crazy. Now there's this person online, and you know we're going way over the 15 minutes, and who gives a shit about that right now? But Omar, can you unmute yourself? Because we want to have a little 1 minute chat with you if you're available, Omar. Now, if Omar isn't available, that's fine. We can go to the next person, because we have so many partners that have jumped on board. And okay, let's go Rosemary in Pennsylvania. Rose has got not one story. Rose is just another amazing partner from Pennsylvania who has many stories. So Rose, if you want to unmute yourself and introduce yourself to everyone that's here, that would be absolutely fantastic. Go ahead, Rose.
Hello, everybody. Good morning to some, good evening, and good night to others. I so love this company. It's been so good to me. I thank you, Margot, Rosalind, for introducing this to me. It has done so many great things in my life. It has helped me to help my family and to bring my family into this company, to bring in people who have never thought that they would be introduced to something like this, which I never thought I would either, you know, before it became, you know, public. So that's an awesome thing to be able to have. The things that I've been dealing with in the last year was my middle daughter. I have 3 daughters. 2 are in California, 1 are here in Pennsylvania. And my middle daughter in California, her has 2 little ones at the time, and she was pregnant with her 3rd. And they were like 1-year-old, 1.5-year-old, and a 2.5-year-old, and pregnant with the 3rd. And her husband had a heart attack and died like 6 weeks before the baby was born, and which was so sad. So of course I jumped on a plane right away to that same day to fly to California to be with her. It was around Mother's Day too, and I stayed there for about 2.5 months with her, and to be there with her, to console with her, to be the grandmom to my children. And her oldest son is autistic, so it was just so hard for her, you know, because she wasn't working at the time, and to be able to lose her husband. And with so many that we hear now, they, you know, so many people don't have insurance, life insurance, so which is really tough. But her husband's friends and friends that she know, they started putting out that, you know, to help her. And I think it was given like through Cash App and everything, like $50,000 and like 2 weeks, you know, to help her out. And it, you know, it hasn't been easy for her. It still isn't easy, because when you have 3 children, and it's just tough. Even that, you know, can only go but so long. Actually, in about a week will be like 2 years that he's been gone. And I haven't seen her because of the pandemic and the children. And since March of last year, I was there March of last year for like a week. And I just got home before they started closing things down. So I really missed her, and I miss the children, but we do FaceTime and Zoom each other like every week, you know, so that the kids will remember me and know me, you know. But I thank you, Rita, for all of your help. Rita has been a godsend too, you know. We do talk to each other, you know, one-to-one online. And you know, she's been such a really good help and always there for us. I don't know how you do it, Rita, with all the people that you have. I don't know how you do it. The same way with Rosalind, I don't know how you do it because I know your schedule is extremely, extremely busy. Because not only are you full-time on your job, you have a full-time things to do at home with your family, and that takes so much. And I know we all are busy. We all have things to do, and we all have our hands full, but we really love this business, and this business has been really good to us, and it's going to be even better for us in the future. So I'm really excited of the things to come in the future. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm talking to people that are at their jobs and they want to retire, and they say, you know, I'm going to be here like maybe another 10 years. I want to retire. It's like, do you want to retire in less than 10 years? Do you want to like retire in maybe like 2 to 3 years or less? This is what you need. This is what you need. So that's who I'm talking to. Everybody, but a lot of people who want to leave and feel that they can't leave their jobs, and even though they don't like their jobs. So thank you for hearing me out.
No, well,
Trapped in the system. Thanks, Rosemary. How
How
many people are trapped in the system? Yeah, and the system's on full display at the moment. This is what I think we are. We are freedom fighters, helping people escape the slavery and tyranny of the system. Because that's what they do. They trap you in debt cycles, and they've got you. And you've got to work 40 to 50 years. You know, the 40-year plan. We all got stuck in it. But man, thanks for sharing. That's another, oh God. And look who else has just popped in the room, by the way, Alicia.
Alicia.
and others, look, so many people. I see Joyce. I see my brother's here. I didn't see that.
Girl, get out here. Let's hear from you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Alicia, for the other day.
Thank you. Thank you, Rita.
Yeah,
it was a great day.
Intro. Alicia is an absolute YouTube powerhouse and another superwoman. I made friends and joined Alicia up in that 13 days in the construction yard. All right. You all know my story, but that's when I met Alicia, and then she led to Brenda, and then we all, and Alex as well was in that period. And the other one's Gail Pocken. I'm going to go message, see if we can get Gail on as well. All right. So Alicia, I love this story because so many people will relate to it. So Alicia, come on out and tell us your story, because we're still tearing up from when Brenda told hers, I tell you. Right.
Hello, can you hear me now?
There you go.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, I unmuted. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Well, I've been in network marketing for around 8 years now, and I've been in various things. And I met Andrew in a project long before this, and he introduced it to me back in our first project. And I was like, oh, great. And then he introduced me to Andrew Hawks. And I was like, another, oh, great. And all these spreadsheets and all these numbers and calculations. And it was kind of mind blowing. But anyway, along the way, I did some other things and I came from the crypto side. So I love that. And once we launched the crypto unit program, I just absolutely fell in love with the company even more. And wow, I'm blown away really from everything that's happened the last 2 years. So I now have a growing income and the largest team I've probably ever had. And it continues to grow. People continue to get excited and catch the fire. So it's definitely life-changing. And I don't have to work, but I can work if I want to. So I work when I need to.
Can I ask you a question, Alicia?
Yes.
In between when you joined the Skyway and the crypto unit, when we finally, Brenda and I got through to you, you did a couple of different things. And I'm saying, Alicia, that's dodgy. No, it's good. It's paying. All right. And
It
then
was
at the end of that, when it finally disappeared, like we
Yeah.
all knew it would, you were like, I'm done. I'm done. Never,
Yeah.
not even, not looking. Remember that?
I wasn't even coming back to this at that point. Nope.
Yeah.
I mean,
It took
I
Brenda and
was done
I said,
because
Brenda, you got to help me with Alicia. She needs this. But yeah, it's funny.
yeah, but I'm so glad that you did. And I tell everybody that story. I still have people, oh, you got to look at this. Go look. Nope. Sorry. Won't look at it. Don't want to look at it. You got to look at what I'm doing. So, yeah.
And I told Alicia, I said to her, listen, we're over here, Andrew and I are working and we have a team build under you. And she's like, and I said, go log into your back office. She went and logged into her back office and she was like, holy cow.
Exactly.
She saw money there.
Yes, I did. I was like, where'd that come from?
Lots of money.
Yeah.
Wasn't it amazing? We all met in India as well. And like your eyes were just like this going, is this what the world's like outside of America?
Blown away. Yes. I was blown away. Yes. It was awesome.
You did a day trip down to the Taj Mahal on that, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
We did.
Because we did a bus ride through. We did a 6-day bus ride around Agra to the Taj Mahal, across to Jaipur, and did all the forts and all the. It was. I didn't realise India had so much culture, but we all got to meet in person over there, and it was really cool.
It was
then we
awesome.
went down to Goa as well for 3 or 4 days, and that was hot but beautiful as well, wasn't it?
It was great. Goa was the most exciting for me because I got to hear from Andre. I got to see the vision and the change and the company coming. Oh my gosh, everything we have now, like, whoa. I mean, that was mind blowing.
You know,
I don't think
Alicia,
I could sleep the whole week.
If you had any questions, Alicia, if you had any questions going into Goa, when you were at Goa, they showed you all the contracts. You know, we didn't ask for the contracts. They showed you all the contracts. The directors of this company, who was the secretary, who did this, who did that. We didn't even ask for it, but they laid it all out on the table for us. They were transparent as hell. And then we were like, okay, you guys are pretty cool. Okay.
It was great. It was awesome. It was definitely needed for me to be there to see all of that, and it was incredible.
Yeah, we didn't ask for that. They offered it to us, and I think that was it made believers out of it. How many of us were doing that Master Profit Goa? It was like 700 of us, and we were just sold.
Yes.
Incredible.
It was great.
Awesome. Thanks, Alicia. Got put on the spot then, didn't you?
Thanks. You're good at that.
Well, we put Brenda on the spot and Alex, and hell, I got put on the spot when I snuck in the room too. I thought I'll just sneak in and see what they're up to. No, got called out.
I'm gonna, Drew, I'm gonna put someone else on the spot because he's not even expecting it. But I'll give you 3 seconds to prepare yourself because and this person is actually he's quite experienced in Game Zone. He's been doing a lot of gaming himself, and he also prepares games like Genius of Finance. So I think he's probably thinking, oh my God, she's talking about me right now. Pennsylvania in the house, unmute yourself. I'm not going to say your name. Unmute yourself right now and go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone. Let's see if he does. He's not doing it right now.
He's playing shy.
Yeah, no, he is. He's unmuted. I didn't even have to say it. Let's go, Howard.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just gonna say I've been lagging. I've been sitting back, but this is definitely the company everyone should be with. I got in. Rosalind brought me in, thankfully, back towards the end of 2017, I think it was. I'm leader manager now, and yeah, I had to step back because my daughter got diagnosed with being autism, and so I had to focus on that, and I still am focusing on that, most important. But it's definitely a blessing to be on board. I'm getting a little bit more time to get back and promote So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm excited. So that's why you guys haven't seen me around for a while. So bless you all, and thank you, Rita, and all the leadership.
Oh, Howard, it's just, you know what, you've always been an incredible person in our team USA, and you know, thank you so much for everything that you've done up to now. And you know, we're only getting, like Neil Morrison always says, we're only getting started. You know, I value you, Roslyn values you. You are a great part of our team, and you know, we wish you all the best, and just thank you. And you know, and everyone else. We started this particular Zoom because Andrew Twelftree has his agent Buster 4 times a day, normally run with Gail. Gail Pot came from UK. Incredible team, these two. And these two people I just hold in so much high regard. And, you know, me and Carmen, this was Carmen's particular session, and we were on with Reg, me and Carmen and Reg, and Danny was there with us too. Big ups to you, Danny Taylor, Sunny Coast, but he actually fell asleep. We thought, what the hell, we'll go live, and then we'll get everyone on, and we'll just, and you know, you guys have just come on, shared, and you know, and this really is the essence of our business. Yes, there's revenue, blah 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 blah, but you know, at the end of the day, it's the stories that people tell you. It's the stories that Alex told us that made us pull the tissues out. It's the stories that Brenda told us, you know, of what she's been going through in the last few months. It's Rosemarie and her daughter who lost her husband, and you know, with the child that's autistic, and they have to just carry on and move on and pick up the pieces and just move forward. It's all of those stories, you know, it's all of those stories that people say that we connect with. You know, we connect with these stories, and that is the most important thing. And you know, it brings to mind that Māori proverb. Carmen, help me out. You know, there's a proverb that says, "What is the most important thing?" And I remember saying that.
He tangata, he tangata, he tangata.
Yeah, exactly.
It is the people. It is the people. It is people.
Perfect. What is the most important thing? Yeah, we know business. Yeah, we all know business, right? But the most important thing is that it is people, it is people, it is people. And that is what we have to remember when we're dealing with this business. We are talking and we are interacting with people. And if we don't hold them in the respect and the high regard that they deserve, then they're not going to be around, you know. And we want to make sure that because we have that vision, because we have that mission, that we have to create not just a million millionaires, because we know we're going to create more than that, right? But we have to create an environment, a community, all over the globe, not just in your suburb, Rosalind. Dee, Josie, Millicent, Omar, Franz, Merlin, Alicia, Charles. Hey, Charles. Cherise Nesbitt, Barbara, I see you. Who else? Oh my God, Dr. Mireille, which you will unmute very soon. Just like in our communities, right? In a lot of other communities, we have to raise the people up. We have to raise the people up, and we have to bring them that new economic evolution of the world. You know, I know it's a mouthful. But at the end of the day, it is what brings tears to our eyes, right? Dr. Mireille, please come out now. New York is in the house.
Hello.
Oh my. Hello. Let's go.
How is everyone?
Good.
Wonderful.
Roslyn just sent me the note to say, get in there. Rita is on.
Girl, get in there. Yeah.
She's working, but she's taking care of EVORICH too. Yeah. So what should I say?
You know, Dr. Mireille, I remember, you know, Dr. Mireille, she was actually, I got a little gripe with Dr. Mireille, love her to pieces. But when we were at Belarus, because she spoke French and we had, what was that gentleman's name? He was doing all the speeches and his first language was French. And Dr. Mireille spoke French. And so these two are buddies, right? What was his name, Dr. Mireille?
I don't remember.
The one, he has the courses. He has the courses. Is anyone taking the courses in EVORICH? And the gentleman that does the courses, his language is French.
Oh, yeah, that's the one who gave the classes. What is his name? Oh,
Is it Eagle?
Eagle.
Yeah.
Oh, Eagle.
Yeah.
Eagle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, his
speaking training.
Yeah, he gave us the.
Yes.
But he speaks French,
lovely.
and I was rapping my French with him. And Rita was looking. I say, I don't know what they're saying.
I was like, what are these two going on about? These guys were like peas in a pod. Igor and Dr. Mireille, they were like this. You could not separate them. Even Andre tried to get in between them. You couldn't even get in between these two. These guys were having breakfast together. They were having lunch together. They were having dinner together. Even Andre Haratov could not get in between the speaker trainer Igor and Dr. Mireille from New York. It was crazy. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it was great.
Yeah.
And I took a class with him too. I took the public speaking about 2 months ago. Well, I saw a lot of people there. Brenda, Cherise. Is it Andrew Hawks?
Yeah, well, Andrew 12-tree is on tonight, but Andrew
12-tree. Yeah, that's my buddy, Andrew 12-tree.
Yeah, we've spent some time in London and Belarus as well.
Yes, yes.
And
so I've heard your story because we were in the same group when we were doing the training with Andy Harrington.
Yes. Oh, that was great. I really loved Andy Harrington.
We had
awesome.
Such a great, you know, Andy Harrington, guys. He is just this cell of. He's got so much energy, right? This is Andrew Harrington, and we were privileged enough, me and Drew, Andrew 12-tree, Dr. Mireille, and many other, Dr. Wendy, Cam, some amazing leaders from all over the world. We all congregated, Elena, Annette, we all congregated to this one place, and we got to learn off Andrew Harrington for 3 days in London. And that's what we did. You know, they didn't plan any touring, you know, destinations for us. We were there for a specific purpose. We were there to learn. We were there to, you know,
3 days.
on our speaking skills, right? To take those skills for you guys when we went to India, and it was an amazing few days, and we learned so much, you know, of everyone. So yeah.
He was in India, and Andy Harrington came to India.
Yeah. And what really annoyed me with that is people were talking when he was doing his thing, and he was doing an amazing presentation. But anyway.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
And you were doing your speech about. I remember you did your speech about. What was the word? It's that word that means you just keep pushing on, you know, when things get you down, you just keep standing up and you just keep pushing on. What is that word?
Perseverance.
Not perseverance. It was something else.
You got me. I don't know what it was. Persistent.
I can't remember. I'll get it up.
But he wasn't the way he was saying also. We persistence, perseverance, and it was like the 3 P's.
Yeah. but he's quite an incredible trainer, isn't he? I also experienced him also just before the summit. We also had another get together, and we had some training with Igor as well. So I had that training, also the one in India and the one with Andy in London, and it's just been so incredible to meet you all, to be able to share those experiences with you. I will remember, Dr. Mireille, I will remember your speech before the end of tonight. It's 108.
Which one of the speech? The one
that you did, I think the one that you did in India. But while we're waiting, while my brain is going to catch up with my thoughts, and Drew, can you believe that this has been 2 hours going, Carmen?
Yeah.
Gail, Miss Superstar, is in the house, and Gail, I need you to unmute this minute.
Hello.
Hello, Gail.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Fancy
Gail.
seeing you here.
We saw you sneak in the back door there. I just snuck in the back door about an hour ago thinking, oh, the 15 minute for freedom's probably finished by now, because Carmen said, oh, we're going to jump over in Rita's room and go live in Facebook. So I jump in like, I don't know, 40 minutes late, and they're still going. And it started out with about 6 of us, and now it's turned into 33 and growing. But we've had some amazing stories go. You're going to have to go back and rewatch this in the group, because Brenda, Alex, Alicia, Rosemary, who else shared? So many. God, we've had the tissues out. Seriously. So now it's your turn.
Yeah, had the tissues out. Go for it, Gail.
What we're talking about?
Just your story, Gail. That's what we want to hear. Yeah.
Golly.
You've told this many times.
I have told it many times. I have. That's why I'm thinking. Yeah.
Give it me.
That's it.
I love her accent. She never says to. She says, not give it to me, give it me.
I know.
I said, give it me your story.
Yeah, I started back in, trying to think, 2012, round about 2012, working online. Prior to that, I was a financial advisor. Had my own mortgage company. Went through all the crap that's out there in the financial world. Used to sit in front of people, advising them, telling them what to do, basically, and probably not always the right choices, because I could only give the information of that one company I was with. So, not always the best thing. Got a bit fed up with it because of the way that the financial world was going. I got remarried in 2010, and my husband at that time, we'd only been married about 18 months, and he developed lung cancer. So I ended up finishing with financial services and coming onto the online world after, of course, he'd had his treatment and things like that. So it was a bit of a traumatic time, but we got through it, and fortunately he's okay. Along the way, I met Andrew in the many different programs that we were doing online, and I think I always go on about this spreadsheet, and I hope one day I can show it people. I'm going to print it off my computer, because there's pages and pages. And I remember when we was at the GoPro, and you're looking up to see where the speakers come from, because they don't say which company they're with. So I thought, right, I'm going to have a look, and every single one I'm going, oh, I've been in that. Oh, I've done that. Like Arbonne, and there was, what else was there? Well, they spoke about Amway.
Isogenics and
Isogenic.
Prove It and all the other ones, yep.
Vida Divina, is it one of them I was doing? And I think I'd done most of the product-based ones, and I always tell the story that when I was doing the product-based ones, the only customers I had was my mum and my best friend, and that was it.
and I was absolutely terrible. I was the product of the products. I used to buy all the products, and I'd be the person with the shed full of them, you know, but I couldn't sell anything. And I certainly never ever sponsored anybody. I never brought anybody into the business. So I decided that I'd look online, but look at more. I think the first one I did was something, one of these rev share things, you know, these revenue. Do you remember the rev share bonds?
Yep.
Yeah. I think the first one I did was that.
Ticking time bombs, we call them.
Absolutely knew nothing about working online. Do you know what I mean? It was just like, it was just a minefield. And then I met Andrew, and I can't remember which one we were in. I think it was
there was a Bitcoin cash game, basically.
Yeah.
That's when I was just coming back in as well.
Yeah, it was a Bitcoin cash game one. And then after a bit, Andrew had said to me, he said, look, he said, I've come across something, girl. He says, have a look at it. Well, he started going on about, at the time, it was just the Skyway we had, wasn't it? And he started talking about these high-speed trains and overhead trains and blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, what is he talking about? but it was that scenario of know, like, and trust. You know what I mean? So basically, I jumped in 2018. I think it was about January, February 2018. Didn't do anything with it at all.
Not a cracker. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. I didn't do a thing. I didn't bring anybody into it.
I think you brought Denny in. You brought one person in.
One person. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, because Denny she'll follow me in. You know what I mean?
Anyhow,
so, so I brought Denny into it, and then I don't know. I just went off doing the same.
You continued your spreadsheet, I think, Gail. You expanded your
spreadsheet. And not only did I continue with the spreadsheet, but I put it, everything was on my Facebook wall as well. Every single thing I was doing. I bet people
like the Las Vegas Strip, didn't it?
Yeah.
Little billboards.
It was like, what is she doing now?
What is she doing now?
Nobody took me serious. Nobody took me serious at all. And then Andrew sort of kept chipping away, and it was like, oh, I'm too busy. But I was busy not doing anything. I just wasn't making any money. You know, I didn't make any money. It was just really a strange period. And then in the end, Andrew said, look, he said, this was about the February 2019. He said, look, he said, you really need to have a look at this. He said, I think you're really going to like this. Probably because of my financial services background, he probably thought this will get her interest, this portfolio. And eventually I went to a call with him, and it did. And I was wowed away with it, because I knew that in the financial world, there's absolutely nothing like that out there. Not with so much diversity, you know, so many things in it. And more importantly, it was for anyone, you know, because normally if somebody was lucky enough to get into a large type of investment, not even like what we've got, but even if it was something that was just a little bit different, they would have to literally have thousands and thousands of dollars to be able to get into it and prove that they, you know, they had the money, and that they were high net worth clients, really. You know, so that's what I loved about it. And then, but at the same time, I came, when I actually joined, if you remember, I was absolutely stony broke. And I remember saying to Ron, who I'd recently met, I'd said to him, look, Ron, we need to have a look at this. I said, but I can't really afford a package on my own. Should we go halves, go in it together? So we ended up coming in it together. What I didn't know at that time, Ron is a really good marketer, isn't he, Andrew? You know.
He's a gun at getting people to join. Yeah.
So you know, we're both set to work, obviously, and even myself personally, I sponsored more people in a couple of weeks than I'd done in years of working online. And Ron was he's just a beast anyway.
He's a beast. Yeah, absolute beast, this guy.
You know, and he's 75, I think,
75
now.
or 6, yeah.
75 or 6 now, Ron, and he does not give up. But he's also like Marmite, so you either love him or you hate him.
Vegemite in Australia. You either love him or you hate him.
That's it. Yeah,
what about Ridge? I love Ridge. Ridge is from
Where's Reg from, Gail, and your team? Reg Group.
Ireland.
He's living in Ireland at the moment, isn't he?
From Ireland.
I'm not sure where he's. I think he does live in Ireland, doesn't he, Reg?
Yes, he's amazing.
Yeah, he's another one. He'll just go for it, Reg. He's so enthusiastic.
Yep.
Awesome. Gail, thank you so much. Couple of people that I want to meet. Berna House. Berna, if you can unmute yourself. Girl, if you can unmute yourself, that will be really cool. And then we can get to know you, hear your story. If you can't, that's fine. If Berna's not available, can we go to Matt 12 Tree. Matt 12 Tree,
He's probably asleep.
Well,
he jumped on. The Slumbus millionaire here.
We might want to hear from him. If not, okay, we'll go like this. If Berna's not in, if Matt's not in, I got a guy. Everyone's got a guy. Have you got a guy? Because I've got a guy, and his name's Enrique. Okay, so Enrique, if you are there, can you unmute? And I miss you so much. I haven't heard from you for so long. But unmute yourself and introduce yourself to this wonderful group of people. We got 30 people on board. And if you can, let's go. Let's go. Enrique.
Berna's at work, so she can't
What's
talk.
up, Rita? How you doing?
What's up? What's up?
I'm actually in it.
I am good.
Hey, it's a pleasure. You know, it's always an honor, right? I'm actually in the dental office right now, watching and checking you out. So, you know, to have you even mention my name on an international joint like this is off the chain. Big deal. Everybody that's watching, it's an honor.
I love you. You know I love you, so don't even question that.
It's a pleasure and an honor, big time. But I'm going to go ahead and finish up. You can see I'm in here getting it done, so I'm watching as I'm in the process.
Sign up the dentist and the nurse. Good on you, buddy.
We will catch up later. We will catch up with you later, Enrique. Yeah.
So Berna's at work. She can't talk. But when Gail's, just want to catch up on one thing. When Gail said I'd get hold of her in February 2018, that's just after we met for the first time, Rita. Remember what we were doing at that time? That was the Asia Pacific event in Kuala Lumpur, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was a little $100 flight from the Philippines, and basically then that was about all I could do. So I took Cherry May and myself, went over there for a little bit of a holiday, and didn't Andre blow us away in the managers meeting? That's where they gave us the heads up that the crypto unit program was about to launch.
That was so crazy because wow, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it, and we'll never forget it. There was I don't know, maybe 100 plus more of us, and Andre was telling us because it was quite crazy. He was telling us, remember your best day in this company. Remember the best income stream that you ever got in this company. We're like, okay, yeah. We're all thinking personal thoughts, and he goes, times that by 10. He goes, no, what the hell? Times it by 30, and we're like, what? No, you're crazy. And at the end of the day, he was absolutely correct. He was spot on. If anything, he was a little bit reserved because we made so much more, and Neil Morrison can attest to that too. It was just so
the first
much
day,
more.
I can't believe it. I'll tell this story a bit. I had $1,500 in the back office, and I thought maybe I could scratch up enough commissions to get a $2,500 pack. Right, and then it shut down, and we're all there waiting. Right, and then it clicked on, and bam! The whole site went like that because there were so many transactions going on. Remember, and we had to refresh it every 30 seconds. Right, and I refreshed it, and my commissions would jump up $300. I went, oh. And And then I refreshed it 30 seconds later, it was $800 more. And I kept refreshing it, it kept jumping up $400 or $500. I'm going, oh! And then it went straight past 5,000. I'm going, oh, hang on. And I'm looking how many 8,000 packs are left. This is all happening within like 10 minutes. And it just go boop, 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 and it got over 8,000 and there was one left. I just went, buy. And it kept going. That's the scary thing.
But you know what? Drew, I'm so glad that you brought that up. Robert, I know that you're probably itching to say something, but you know what? It's really great that you brought that up, because moving forward, and let's all think about that stage one, right? There was some, the biggest pack at that time was $8,000. Moving forward, guys, let's just say that the company gets involved in something as big as a Westfield Plaza, right? We're talking about a plaza here that's got 600 stores, right? 600 specialty stores. And each one of those stores charge about what? Like my girlfriend, Citi, our girlfriend, Rania, pays about, on average, $30,000 a month for her clothing store. Now, these specialty stores pay a premium dividend to be part of this massive Westfield Plaza group, conglomerate. So in the future, what's going to happen is we're not going to have $8,000 packs, which are the biggest packs to purchase. There are going to be buy-ins that are going to be a minimum of like maybe 100,000, right? 100,000. Josie, you're listening? Josie, are you listening? What? Look, this girl just unmuted. Yeah, Brooklyn is in the house. Josie, your thoughts on future packages that would start from 100,000? Unmute. Give me your feedback. Honest feedback. Honestly, girl.
With that, I'll need resuscitation because I am blown away. That's in the nutshell. I'm flatlined.
The girl is flatlined.
That's what would happen for me. Oh my gosh.
And because this is the thing, guys, is because the opportunities will get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's not
so will your team.
Yeah, it's not a will it get bigger? We know, because we've been in here for 3-4 years. A lot of us, Howard, you've been in here from the beginning with me. We have watched the progression of the company, and we know that they offered us this, and then it gets bigger, and then it gets bigger, and then it gets bigger, right? And so this is what's actually going to happen. And all that we really have to do is prepare for it. So 1 minute we were selling the top packs, Gail, that was 8,000. But then, we might be selling packages which are minimum buy-in of $100,000, minimum buy-in of $200,000. And you know what?
I believe it.
People will pay it.
I believe it. Because when we start selling the education for CRU, the first 3 or 4 stages, one night I went to bed, and when I woke up, I had $17,000 in my wallet. 17,000 plus how many million of CRU?
Dr. Mimi, I think I already got 20. I think I got 20,000 bonus just on your grandchildren alone.
Yes, a lot of no, really. Every time I look at the end of the month, it's 1,600,000, 1,700,000 bonus.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So guys, that's the truth. Is that in the future, our company is going to be involved in investments that are worth multi-billions of dollars, not millions, not several millions, not billions, but multi-billions.
But did you hear my name, Rita? I call myself Dr. Zillionaire. Not million, not billion, not trillion. It's zillion.
Zillion. Dr. Zillionaire, yeah, I get it.
Dr. Zillionaire.
And we've got to position ourselves, right? I mean, we all know, we know right now, we've got UGPay, right? And UGPay, we've got to come in. Like I always say, guys, come on. We got to come in the route that we all came in. We go and support the company. We buy some assets, right? This goes UGPay. The icing on the cake. The icing on the cake is the Unitex. You don't want to give that one away for free. You know, you got to wait till they come and support the company. Get some assets. Get some, like Drew always says. What do you say? What is
Skin in the game.
Skin in the game. Skin in the game.
Get some skin in the game.
Okay. Robert, unmute because you're looking good right now. Let's hear from you.
Hello, Rita.
Hey, how you going, Robert?
Andrew, Gail, how's everybody?
Hi.
Been awesome.
Very good.
Fabulous. This is my almost 4-year-old little girl. And this is the reason. This is the reason I wasn't in Kuala Lumpur and didn't travel with the group. Armand's offered me a major go, and when Neil drafted me, I was just about set to join you guys around the world and get involved. And then at the age of 66, I had my first daughter and first children, and I made the decision to raise a family for the first time in my life. So I've got a 6-month-old little boy at home, and I got this beautiful little girl, and I'm thrilled to be involved in the business. And I'm so grateful to all of you for everything you're doing. And yes, this company is on the right track. I've been involved in a lot of M&L, and I'll tell you what, I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this before. And the more I follow it, I don't have any doubts at all. I know I've been reading a lot of doubts in the chat from a lot of people, but I looked a long time ago at Anatoly and his heart, and he gave his life to RSW, and now I'm positive Andre has given his life to EVORICH, and along with all of you leaders, we're lucky to be on the ride.
Absolutely.
Oh, Robert, thank you so much for that feedback. We've got Josephine Cherry, need some support. We've got Rosalind saying you were so right, Robert. Blessings to you and your family, your beautiful daughter right there. We love you so much, Robert. You have been supporting us from day one. You know, you've always been there. You know, in the background. When we need you, we know that we can count on you. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And blessings to you and all your family. We've got so many partners here, and I want to reach out to a couple more partners. Millicent is from, if I remember rightly, New Jersey, and I remember traveling from Pennsylvania. Rosalind Volney and another partner of ours, and her name is Nicole Jackson. And Nicole was the first person that I signed up from the USA. And they picked me up, and I remember that they remember that when I was younger, I was very much the biggest Rocky fan of all time. I used to wear this gray sweatshirt, zip it up, put the hoodie on, and, you know, punch everyone in sight. And they picked me and Andrew Hawks up. And we knew that we were going to Pennsylvania. We knew that we were going to go to, Pennsylvania, but we ended up going this way to Philadelphia, right? We ended up going to Philadelphia, and then before we even know it, Q Drew, go. And then before we knew it, we were at the Rocky Steps, and it was amazing. We ran up the steps, we got recorded, we ended up going and having, you know, Will Smith, he loves this particular burger called, what is it called, Rosalind? It's some sort of steak and cheese sort of thing. And we went and had that, and it was
the Philly cheesesteak, right?
Yeah,
the Philly cheesesteak.
Philly cheesecake. Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah.
And if you ever watch Will Smith and his cousins, Ashley, and what's that program called? Fresh Prince. He always goes to this place where he has Philly cheesesteak, like long burgers. So these guys took me and Andrew Hawks there, and we had an amazing afternoon. We crawled the streets of Philadelphia. We went, we had Philly cheesesteaks. We went and we ran up the Rocky Steps. We went to the Rocky statue. We had a punch up with Rocky. They even took us to have some authentic Jamaican cuisine, which was oxtail soup, which was absolutely incredible. And we had a great day. And I encourage you guys, when you are building this business, to get in touch with all the people that you have all over the world, because even Brenda wasn't even part of my team, but I was privileged to meet Brenda and a few other team members, and they were part of Andrew Twelvetree's team. But me and Andrew Hawks have that experience that we met these incredible, wonderful, amazing people on our journey, and it's something that we will always hold dear to our heart. And that is the wonderful thing about being part of this global family, is that you get to meet everybody, whether they're a part of your team or not. You get to meet them. You hear their story, you understand where they're coming from, and your life is actually enriched even more every single day. Now, there's a couple of people that I would love to unmute right now.
Rita.
Yeah.
Would you like to tell people about Manhattan, when Eloise and we took you and Andrew Hawks to Manhattan? It was a field day for you. You look like a little girl in a candy store.
It was. We actually we went to New York, and this is the funniest thing, because Dr. Mimi and Eloise took us to New York City, and Dr. Mimi is not one to traipse around the city, but because she was taking us, she actually walked around, because it's when you catch a subway and you get off there, there's a lot of walking, and Dr. Mimi was, she was really great that way. She walked with us, and she took us through all the different streets and all the different avenues and all the different places that you see on TV, and Eloise as well. And it was great. We went to 42nd Street. Another place that I excuse me, that I really wanted to go to was Dr. Mie, what is it called? We went right at 9/11, the
Metropolitan.
Yeah. So we went to go and see the
Twin Towers area.
where the
Twin Towers.
Yeah, the Twin Towers. Yeah, thank you. Carmen, yeah. We went to go and see the Twin Towers, and actually Dr. Mireille and Eloise actually took us to like 42nd Street. They took us to what is that guy? He says Madison Square Garden, and all of the above. So we went to all of those places.
Ground Zero, they call it.
But yeah, then we went to Ground Zero. Was so somber. It was like, actually, the funny thing, and it's not even funny, Dr. Mire, is that last week when I was looking at some of my memories, you and we were at Ground Zero, and there was this particular they had on Ground Zero, they've got like building number 1, building number 2, and all around the outside you've got all these names of the people who perished, whose lives perished during that time. And they actually have flowers on the people's names who had a birthday for that particular day. And this particular woman, I can't remember her name, but let's just say that her name was, Tracy Smith, right? So she came up on my news feed, and I was thinking, oh my God, me and Dr. Mire were there in New York City. Tracy Smith had a flower on that particular day. And you know what? I ended up Googling her for some strange reason. I Googled her, and then her life came up in front of me, and I was just like blown away. Like, here was this woman I did a livey. I said, you know, her name is Tracy Smith. Her birthday is today. Happy birthday. But when it came up on my memory, all the stories about her came to light. And then the freaking tears just come pouring down, because then I heard everything about this woman. I mean, I'd done this video like 4 years ago, but I never really paid attention, but it come up on my feed. And then all of the stories about this particular beautiful woman came up, and that is the essence of our company. You know, we always connect with the stories. And and Drew will take over after me, but I'm excited. Like I'm looking forward to this year in August. I'm going to New Zealand very soon, but in August, and I was speaking to CE, I've already, and Rosalind, I've already planned that I'm going to the States for a few months and
Wow.
Welcome.
Welcome.
I'm going to go and mingle with, because as an ambassador, and Drew knows this very well, we are not allowed to be limited to the country that we come from. So Andrew 12th Tree is based in the Philippines. I'm based in Australia, but we must work globally, right, Drew?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we
absolutely.
do with the Zoom calls. So.
And absolutely we do. And so we must grow the teams all over the world. So I'm really looking forward to going, touching base back with the States, because my and Andrew,
and you know how, you know the name we name Rita, our angel. And I always tell Rosalind, one of these days we have to find her wings, because she's an angel, but we cannot see her wings. We're going to undress her and find the wings.
You know, well, I'm hoping that Drew will come and meet us, because, you know, from the time that I started building the USA team, I turned over my shoulder, and Andrew Troughton was right there from the get-go. We've been building USA for over 3 years now, Drew, right?
Yeah, 3 years. Yeah.
Well over 3 years, yeah, going on 4 years now. And we absolutely just love it. Like, when I think about this company and all the people that I've met in the USA, nothing compares to it. Like, there's nothing that I wouldn't trade to know you guys. Mario, Tweety, EY, right? There's nothing that I would trade to not yet know you guys, right? So yeah, we make money. Yeah, we do this. Yeah, we do that. But at the end of the day, it's because we're connected to you guys, you know. And to me, that is more important. Tweety is just freaking amazing. Can you unmute Tweety and introduce yourself to everyone? I'm waiting. Maybe she will unmute, maybe she won't.
Just while Millicent actually said something pretty relevant when we were talking about the big 100,000 packs. She goes, we've got to have the small packs for everybody, and absolutely right, and we will. All right, there'll be anything starting from $50 all the way up to 100,000. So it caters for everyone, and they know that. We've got to, because we're everywhere. Yeah.
Millicent, absolutely. Millicent, unmute, because we would
She's at
all
work,
like.
I think she said before. She can't. She's at work.
Okay.
Yeah, she's at work.
Okay, Mario, if you are online and if you can unmute, I know you guys are at work. Some of you guys are at work. Or EY, if you can, one of the three of you. Mario, hey,
hello.
How's it going?
Good. Thank you, guys. Wow, you guys do a great job. I appreciate everything you guys do. Thank you. You guys help a lot of people to change their life, and I'm grateful. I will be grateful forever. God bless you.
Thank you, buddy.
Well, hey, Mario, thank you so much for that, because we are also grateful for you. And, you know, Mario's been supporting the USA local council for some time. He's been there in the wings, been there for going on years. And I just want to say, Mario, thank you so much. And, hopefully we'll see each other soon.
Sure, sure. Thank you. Bye.
I'll tell you what, I reckon it'd be absolutely awesome doing a tour like you and Andrew did. And we'll have to, when all this craziness around the world slows down, we might have to do something, hey? We'll have to go and do a tour around, do a working holiday through the States, go through UK, Scotland, Ireland, all through that, through Europe. That'd be awesome, just traveling around doing meetings, meeting all you great people, hey?
Absolutely, absolutely, Joe. God, it's nearly 2 a.m. Guys, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 hours.
Nearly 3 hours. And I'll tell you what, guys, we're going to grab this recording out of wherever you put it. I can see it recording. And we're going to put it in the Agent Buster group.
Not bad for a 15-minute session, right?
15 minutes for freedom.
Not too bad. Nearly 3 hours. Dr. Mimi, what is it you want to say?
Yeah, I wanted to say I met Cherise, Alicia Taylor, Brenda, and they are not in my structure, but I met them and it's like a family. We became a family. No, don't touch them for me.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes, Dr. Mimi.
Yeah, Cherise. The first time she wanted some unit and she couldn't buy them in Trinidad, Tobago. And then I sent it to her. She said, "You don't even know me. You sent me 2,000 units." I said, "No, we are a family. We help each other because what I'm doing for you, other people did it for me." I had Josephine Sherry. She always say, I don't say anything about her. She's the reason I'm a president now. Because when Rosalind was helping me, I always put Rosalind first because Rosalind spent 2 days, 2 nights helping me. And then I said, "Rosalind, I'm not going to continue. No more money, no more money." He said, wait. Oh, I had a $2,000 just came. I think it's for you. And I have my angel also send me money. Money was coming left, right. When people know, when you became something in that company, it's not only you, it's the group, it's all of us. And we cannot take the compliment or the congratulation only for us. It's for the family, the group. And I think Alicia Taylor, she helped me anytime I need something. Alicia, do you have any unit? Brenda, do you have any unit? Find them for me. Oh, Rosalind, don't say anything. And Josephine, she's my banker. This is nice memories. Really, Rita and Andrew 12-3. And Andrew, you know what really touched me in India after I give my story? You were the first one to come and hug me and say, "You did so great, Dr. Mimi." That thing, every time, those time, I won't forget them forever. And the first time I signed up in that company, that's Rosalind and Rita. Those 2 people, because Rita could pronounce my name as French. And I said, "Oh no, I have to be with this woman." And they were my mentors.
Yeah, because a lot of people just called her Dr. Mimi. But when I first heard about her and she spoke and I said to her, "How do you say your name?" She's got this fresh ass, and I go, "Okay, so Dr. Mireille, you gotta roll."
Yes.
And
because I rolled
it, yeah, because I rolled it, I was extra special. I've got, before we go, there's 2 people in this group that I just want to see if we can squeeze in before 2 o'clock. One of them is, and I just missed her.
Dina's got her hand up.
Linda, are you still here? Linda Unterkitcher? Linda, are you around? If you are, Linda, please unmute. And also after Linda, Vi Menino from Melbourne. I would love to hear from either one of you, which would be great. Enrique says this is uplifting. So glad that you think that. Okay, Linda, if you're not on, if you can't jump on, then by Menino, can we hear from you? Okay, perhaps not.
Fallen asleep. Dina had a hand up and down a couple of times. Did Dina want to come out and say anything?
Let's go, Dina.
I don't know which Dina it is, but she kept going like this with her hand.
Thanks for all you do.
Linda, but Han, thank you so
At
much.
work, yeah.
So she can't join us right now. Next time, Linda, we'll hold you to that. Who else? Who did you say, Drew?
Dina was putting her hand up and down. I'm not sure which Dina it is, but
okay. No,
if you're there, Dina, speak up.
Or?
All right, on that, if Dina's not there, I think we've. Well, Rosalind's saying, Dina, share your story. So,
Rosalind, come out. Rosalind, are you free?
Rosalind,
You guys have no idea. If I get fired today, I guess this will be my emancipation.
She is the most amazing leader.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Dina, is she gonna come on? Because I think her story is amazing. I can tell you guys that, listening to Brenda's story, which was so heartfelt, Dina had absolutely nothing and so many things going wrong in her community that was enough to discourage any optimistic person. But she stuck with me. I met her through another opportunity, and she was very much encouraged to try. But when I brought this to her attention, she saw it, but she had nothing to put in there, and said, I don't know anyone. And I am very, very much emotional today to know I think you're a manager now, Dina.
I actually think Dina's struggling to get her audio hooked up. Just in the bottom left-hand corner, Dina, there's a microphone.
She's
because her audio is not connected, so you might have to play with your microphone and do stuff.
Yeah.
Or connect with the phone.
She put in, like, when we had the installments, which is back to what Millicent said, we need to make it possible for the little guy to put in, little guy doesn't sound right, but just ordinary people like us to when things are going so wrong and we see something as wonderful as this and we want to be part of it, those installments really help. She started with what she could barely put out, the $25 a month, and then she graduated to a $50 a month, and then before you know it, she was ready when the crypto came. She was ready to, she would take her entire income tax refund and do what she had to do because she saw it. And I'm so excited for her and for her future. And I just wanted to make sure I point that out for this lady because, I don't know if she would I don't think she would mind me telling, have some people are really personal about that kind of stuff, but I don't think Dina would mind me telling. She's come a long way and she is so excited that where she is right now, and she's doing her best to keep up. It's still difficult because she has, to get to that point where she's able to, she wants to wait till she starts getting her dividends so she can really just have the freedom she wants. But I am excited for her and for so many members of my team. And I don't know what you guys wanted me to say, but I had to mention that.
Awesome. And I think Dina just can't unmute for some reason.
Rosalind, you did not mention you are the one who showed me how to work on the computer, copy and paste. I said, I don't know how to do that. He said, yeah, I'm going to teach you. And I was tired. I said, Rosalind, I don't want to do it anymore. He said, oh, no, you're going to continue. You're going to do it. She doesn't joke.
Talking to copy and paste, I got my LinkedIn account back. Thank God for that.
Oh, great.
Yay.
I got a bit excited and contacted, talked to a few too many people, and they said, please explain. So I had to verify, but I got it back.
Awesome.
So
that's
on
great.
that, guys, we were
Thank you.
nearly
Thank you
3
for
hours in.
letting
We
us
should probably
share.
really call it.
Yeah,
But a
we
couple of
call
things
it a
before we
night.
go.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Appreciate
everyone that shared. I didn't get on at the start. This was Carmen and Rita. They did this, and I jumped in. I just sneaking in to see
Carmen,
if they were still
Rita,
on.
thank you.
All right, that was
Andrew,
2 hours
all
ago.
of
Thank you. Thank you. It's good
Now,
to
a
put
couple of things,
something
guys. I
like
want to
this.
really make a point here. Saturday training is going to be me and Neil Morrison talking about the duplication training, and I guarantee you we will rock the house. All right,
Oh
so
my
get
God.
everybody on it. Okay, the
At
happy
what
hopper
time?
and
What
you
time?
know the usual time, 3 o'clock Moscow time. So whatever that works out, it'll be 8 a.m. in the States Eastern time, I think, somewhere there, right? And we're going to rock the house. And this Agent Buster group is going to go ballistic, right? This is one of the 15. We're doing this 4 times a day, 15 minutes, where you jump in and just contact people. And that's if you're in. But if you're brand new and you get stuck and you don't know what to say, you can ask. And that removes one of the fears of people taking action. And then you're in a whole group of people just taking action. It's just infectious. All right. So what we're doing here will absolutely explode our business out of this trough we're in. Right. Because remember, I said we had the biggest spike we've ever had because we've launched the blockchain, the payment gateway, and the wallets and all that all at once. All right. And we've gone down into a lull right now. Right. This next wave, as we come up and then we hit coin market cap halfway up and we just get mass exposure. This run, this spike is going to make the last one look like this little tiny little bop on the market. All right. This is going to be a massive run where we have millions and millions of people come in. Right. This is going to be the run from 1 million up to 10 and 20 and 30 million people. Right. Who wants to be in front of that? When it comes, the wave of wealth. Yeah, absolutely. So that's what's coming, guys. So those who embrace this and run with it now will absolutely have life-changing events happen this year.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
So
awesome, Drew.
be cool, guys.
Yeah. Guys, just before we go, I want to update you on some stuff that we heard on the ambassadors call, which was yesterday. Drew and I were on, and we had Valentine and Mila, and you all know Anastasia, and they went to a blockchain expo, right, Drew? Blockchain expo in Moscow. And it was so cool. They were saying that there was this way that they had to meet people, and it was like speed dating. The people in the middle stayed in the table, and the people around kept rotating. Like 1 minute you had to introduce yourself to the person in front of you, and Anastasia was saying that they had a minute to talk, and then they moved on to the next person, went around the table like so. And she said that she met this just incredible, exciting gentleman that was doing a lot of things with a new game, right? And like a game zone thing. And so what they did was they exchanged cards because she had told him about us being connected with Unitex, which was a company that had 4 different tokens that were on the exchange. Now, this particular game zone company had everything in place except the token. They did not have a token. So he made the connection with Anastasia, and then she saw the opportunity. So what was really incredible about that is after that blockchain event, this particular gentleman that was part of this game, that they'd already done the whole game and sorted everything out, but they did not have a token. They were going to another event for gamers. So guess what? Mila and Valentine and Anastasia flew over and went to that other event after this blockchain expo. And the world just opened up, right? Because we've got all of these tokens, and that UNTB can also act as a game zone token. So what was really incredible was that Anastasia said, do not limit yourself to just trying to get people on for $200 to put them in the organizational tree. If you meet people that are involved in different industries, think hard about the different platforms that we've got and offer. You might be able to offer a whole industry one of our products, right? So that was one of the products, and there were so many other products. Valentine was just saying that he was telling them about Global Unit Pay, and on the call last night, guys, we saw the landing page for Global Unit Pay. PayPal, sit the hell
Suck it,
down.
PayPal. Yeah.
Because you have not got anything. You have not got anything on Global Unit. Drew, you saw the
It was
landing
amazing.
page.
Yeah, it
Tell
was an
us
amazing
about the
website.
landing
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing. And we
Blew us
put PayPal and all the other ones to shame. We've got so much functionality.
to shame.
Put them to shame. And guys, another one as well on the Global Unit Pay. We shared this a little bit earlier in this call. It's been so long that they've removed a lot of the bugs. So a lot of the cards that weren't working now will. And if there are any that don't still work, they will call that bank and make a deal to be pre-approved and follow up. So that is getting better and better and better. And just, I don't know if you guys realize the magnitude of the game zone one. If they pick up the UNTB, you imagine someone playing Zelda, the Great Magic Warrior, or whatever the game is these days, okay? And they want the new whiz-bang, smoke-filled sword. They'll go out and spend $10 on it, right? So they go and buy $10 worth of UNTB to buy their sword. And then there's no use having a good sword if you've got no armor to practice it. So they go and spend another $20, all right? But then when you've got millions of people playing the same game online and they're fighting each other, they all need good swords and good armor. How's the demand of a UNTB going to go? Holy cow, off she goes. All right, so all these tens of thousands of UNTB we're racking up because we're staking them and earning them for nothing, they're going to turn into, oh, look at that go. All right, so absolutely.
Guys, yeah.
So we're on some pretty awesome times.
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very different 2022 from the 2021 that we know right now. Drew, love your work. Carmen, thank you so much for the invitation. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Love you all. Mwah. Okay.
Awesome.
Thanks, everybody.
See you guys.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everyone.